Time to roll. Time to roll, Syrian. You know.
What part? Asa na yung pagkakauna?
I think you have to choose the meat. Yes.
This? The middle?
Soft part.
The soft
I've
part.
never even seen
Here.
the inside of a durian.
Here.
Here?
Yeah, that's better. You can try. No, that's just the skin. But you can, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
makita ka diha.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes? Go on. This?
My husband and I are missionaries in the Philippines, and we teach missionary kids at Faith International Academy. And we love our jobs and love teaching the missionary kids and love raising our son overseas in the Philippines. But there are difficult times, there are challenging times. And one of those is just getting as many people as possible on board, praying for us, encouraging us, and just walking this journey with us. And that is why I've decided to make this YouTube channel. So I hope and pray that you will follow our journey and get to know us and just follow along with our lives.
So,
It's good.
how does it taste?
Like chicken?
Like,
Like chicken though. Like a chicken fruit? I don't know.
that's an aphrodisiac, by the way.
It's a what?
Aphrodisiac.
Oh, I didn't have it going! Darn it!
I handed it to you playing. Did you stop it?
I don't want to rush to get DC out from there because it will be, you know.
Okay. You see me?
Documenting the road.
Just Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. In my last video, I think I mentioned that we've had some things going on in our family that I would share what I could as I could, like as information became available and as things have happened. Well, something pretty big has happened in our family, very recently, as in like this happened Friday, so yesterday, and that is we now have another foster daughter. So we now have 4 kids in our house currently. But yeah, there's the social worker came to visit a couple of weeks ago, and when you apply to become a foster parent or adoptive parent, like, they want to know your story, they want to know your background. And so part of my story, part of my background is the fact that I was born with cerebral palsy, and like that, you know, as I've gotten older, yes, I've learned how to cope with it, but it hasn't changed. And so she knew that, and so she started to tell me, sorry, I hope you can't, I wonder if you can hear the twins in the background, they're fussing, but she started to tell me about this little girl, 2 years old, around the age of 2, that has cerebral palsy. And so she was, you know, asking me different questions and saying that she was dealing with different things, and we were just talking. And then the conversation got to the point of, well, since you know so much, since you've been through this, would you possibly consider taking her in? I'm like, oh, wow. Like, we already have Thomas plus the twins, and teaching online, and life is crazy. Like, wow. And so I was like, well, we knew at this point, when the social worker came to visit, that she was also coming to visit and talk about how at some point the twins will be transitioning out of our home, because the ultimate goal is for families to be together. And even though they don't have a situation right now where they could be with their parents, we have a situation where they could be with their siblings. And that's so special, you know, because as things change and as things progress and things, like having a sibling, having a family member right there by your side, just, it helps. It makes it easier, it makes it less stressful. And so we know that will happen at some point. Actually, we know when it will happen, but I just don't feel like sharing that at this point. And so finding out that was going to happen and fairly soon ish, we said, okay, you know, if it's a situation where Dixie were to come in and then we would, you know, the twins would transition out, and you know, not having 4 kids for a super long time, and Dixie has some special needs, some different things that we're figuring out how to work through and deal with. I'm actually taking her to the doctor on Thursday for her first checkup, and so just to learn more about her story. I don't know her story, and she's my foster child. She's not my biological child, so I don't feel like I should tell her story, and it's her story. So, but yeah, I just wanted to get on here and say, yes, we have had some pretty drastic changes happen in our house in the last 48 hours, and I'm so grateful for like the village that we have around us and the support. Like, I have a friend from college that is here in the Philippines and serving with us at FIA, and so she was over yesterday. She's coming over tomorrow. babysitters that have helped us out are also here helping. And so I'm so grateful for the support. We don't know if this little girl is adoptable at this point. She's just a foster child. There's a lot of stuff that has to be done in order for her to be adoptable. We have said, like, you know, if it got to that point, that we would be open to going down that road and considering that. And so yeah, we're trying to love whoever the Lord brings through our door. Do we always do the best job? No, obviously not. Nobody ever does. But we're trying our best to just serve the Lord, serve His people, and just love whoever comes through the door. So that's yeah, that's what we are. That's where we're at. That's what we're up to. I have a couple of pictures of that, and Dan and I also had some new experiences that we had not had before. We went to the actual house of the foster parents of the little girl that we got, and part of the reason that we were getting her is we are closer to a children's hospital, and she's going to need some care, where they are about an hour and a half out of the city. And so we just wanted to put her in an environment. One, I kind of know and understand a little bit of what she's going through because I've kind of done that. Hers is a different case in some ways though too, and so yeah, they just wanted to get her in the city to get closer to medical care that way. But also, since we went to go get her, this is gonna sound so weird, okay? This is our 6th year in the Philippines, and we had never been to a Filipino's house until yesterday. And so we had so many firsts. One, they were amazing, super hospitable, so nice, all this fruit, and just they butchered a chicken for us and cooked it and offered us Pepsi. Such a nice family, overwhelmingly amazing family. Actually, it was multiple families, and so it was actually a really cool thing to see, of just all these different families taking in these foster kids and kind of just raising them together, you know, eating at each other's houses and sharing and just living in community. I saw God's word lived out yesterday, and just the way that they serve and care, and it's a very simple life, but there's nothing wrong with that. But it was just amazing to see all the different things, and so yeah, that was really cool. But so one, that was an experience that we had never had. We had never been to Filipinos. Well, we had never been to just a Filipino's house. I've been to a Filipino's house that is married to like an American or married to a foreigner, but I'd never been to a Filipino's house. So we got to experience that. And then if you know anything about the Philippines, you've heard of durian. Well, you know how I mentioned that it's our 6th year in the Philippines? We had never tried durian. Like, the smell is just hard to get past. And so we'd never tried it. Never tried it. And they had durian. And so the social worker was like, I dare you to try it. And they're like, come on, try it. And they had all these trees of durians. We're like, okay, you know, there's Pepsi right there, so I have something to wash it down with. And it's like, okay, and if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna document it. So you will see a little bit of a video of me trying durian and my reaction, and you'll see the aftermath of Dan trying the durian, because I thought I was videoing, but it turns out didn't catch all of it, so you'll have to see whether I like it or whether he liked it or whatever. Take your vote on that. If you have tried durian or any other fruit or things like that in the Philippines, let me know, comment down below. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you enjoy this journey that we now have a new little one, and just yeah, the excitement and challenges that that brings. And you don't have to tell me that I'm crazy, because I know. So that's it for today. Bye. God bless.